the Woolmark Prize in Milan, a collection in Paris, Rahul Mishra is already an Indian designer with world exposure. He talks exclusively with MIG about his development strategy and his special French connection.
I'm Rahul Mishra, and being a couturier, being a designer, I showcase every season the Paris Fashion Week in the calendar of French Fashion Week. And I've been supplying to shops like Colette. My brand retails from there for last 2-3 seasons now. So we've got a very strong connect with Paris because what I make in India, what I produce in India, I showcase in Paris Fashion Week, where I gain global access and global orders and global PR and media, which kind of follows us. So actually, in a way, my office is partly in India and partly in Paris right now, so it's a strong connect. I think Paris is by far the most global fashion week in the world. Like this season, French Federation made a declaration. They were designers from 20 nationalities. They were showcasing Paris, and I think Paris is the only place where global fashion destination buyers plus customers from all over the world, they come and shop in Paris. So in that way, nobody can deny that Paris is one of the most important fashion capitals of the world. It has got talent from all over the world. So I guess, in a way, Paris requires a lot of talent to be there, but at the same time, all global talent, they require to be in Paris to be visible to the rest of the world. There had been quite a few French companies who were interested in my brand also, like in terms of investment and all that. I would always believe that if one company is coming to Indian company, they should look at the scalability, not just limited to Indian market. A global brand means a true global brand. A designer who has got a strong product, a strong design language, which is very universal, can only succeed in the vision what they will have of taking the brand global and scaling it up to a newer level and get higher valuation for that brand. Any brand who's going to make it big across the globe has to be global, has to have that global product output. Obviously, India's luxury consumption is quite a lot based on the events in their society, in their life and everything. A lot of luxury, which is opulent luxury, Indians see it with their weddings or with their functions. One more thing is that it's also something which is not there for consumption for every day-to-day basis. Like unlike in Western market, what is created on the European runway goes straight away as is in terms of consumption. But Indians, when you think of luxury consumption, they do buy a lot of Western stuff, but as compared to what they buy as an Indian stuff is very limited. Why potentially India is one of the strongest country when it comes to luxury, not just on the point of view that India can have a billion population or a millions of people who can buy luxury, but actually India has got a population of millions of people who can create luxury with craftsmanship, with detail. And why France? Because Paris is the only place in the world which offers the biggest window for luxury consumption across the globe. So it is a very, very, I've said, natural partnership. Second thing is, I think our Prime Minister's vision of Make in India. I think that entire guidance, that entire trend-driven idea comes from French market, where people take cues how French market evolved in the last hundreds of years, with handmade being really coveted item and all that. Can we do the same thing in India? Apart from that, when you talk about French companies or companies who want to invest into Indian brands, in that way, I would really advise just India alone, considering India alone as a market, is not a wise thing. I think world is becoming smaller day by day. The way people are consuming, luxury items from France also, that's growing slowly and slowly. It may not be really at a kind of windfall statement the way it happened in China, but India also is going to grow. It's going to grow faster, and it is going to grow. In that way, a designer who has got a very strong global footprint, or a designer whose product is pretty global, which fits into a universal kind of language, but at the same time something which is rooted in traditional idea of India, can be a best bet. Because in that way you get best of both the worlds. You get great know-how of craftsmen of India, great detail which comes from craftsmanship of India, which designer would know. And second thing is, he has got a universal taste of creating a product which can be marketed across the globe, where all these French luxury companies already have a very strong hold when they're already marketing such giant luxury labels. So I think it is a very tailor-made opportunity for both the countries. Clothes create a brand, but sales are created out of accessories, out of perfume, out of beauty products. And that is only going to be possible when a brand becomes global. So for sure, it's going to be a kind of organic practice for us. It's going to be a part of organic strategy for us to go with luxury groups like Louis Vuitton or Kering in future, and do a little bit of stake with them, involve them in your decision making, brand establishment, and at the same time involve them into marketing your product. And that is I think one of the strongest move. We are already getting a lot of interest in a brand. A lot of people are already being very, very interested in a brand. So I'm very hopeful that we will going to see something like that very, very soon happening with us. I've been amongst the best, fastest selling brand on the floors of Colette, and where Colette stocks all the top brands of the world. So in that way, the potential with my brand offers, I really do not know right now. So I don't think I will going to go so soon into valuing my company on entirety, but probably I would rather do a valuation based on 5 years plan, which my company has, and give a smaller stake in my company, where the partner company comes and puts together their expertise of marketing, of business development, of PR and everything. So I think that's how I would look at things. I would actually prefer, obviously, Indian groups are also ready to invest into company. There's no two ways about it. But Kering or LVMH or these kind of groups, they have got a great resource team. They have got a great team leaders, team managers who are able to put a brand into a global context. So this is something which is very, very crucial for a brand which is showcasing international fashion week. So for us, these coming few years are going to be very, very crucial. How we want to take this forward. How do we partner with right kind of people? How do we keep our artistic freedom intact? So these are going to be really, really crucial thing. And I know for the fact that when I'm at a very early stage of my career, I cannot have our artistic freedom forever intact. I know that. Like there was a time where my entire thought process may get obsolete, because that's what happened with all the big brands. You have to be somebody like Karl Lagerfeld to be able to be relevant at Chanel even when you are 82. But I'm very hopeful that I will be able to retain that, something like that. If a whole Indian group comes, but they hire right kind of professional from abroad, why not to have probably best professionals working in competitive companies and hire them with you? It might be possible. You might see the biggest luxury group coming out of India, because I think all the companies are driven human resources, not just with money. So that's also possible. You never know how things change.
Rahul Mishra is building up his brand and preparing for the next collections in Paris. In an Indian luxury landscape growing fast and looking at a consolidation with international groups, but also Indian players.